I started out as a producer, and in efforts to try and maximize my reach as a producer, I decided to, just jump on these songs as an artist. So even if people don't like the music, they kind of like the beats, and that in that way I get to make money off the beats. So that was a way for me to advertise myself as a producer. But it kind of caught on, and people started liking the songs that I was doing on these beats, and that's how the artist came about. These are just stories about my experiences in my life. I live a life. I have an experience, and it becomes music, because over the years I realized that the more personal I get on my music, the more relatable it becomes, and so that has been the inspiration for most of my music. It's basically a lifestyle, a sonic documentation of my experiences, my life, my things that I've been through, my joys, my pain, my accomplishments, basically just my life. So my creative process is basically me just being in the mood, going to the studio, knocking one out. The way I record is, sometimes I have a concept, sometimes I don't. I just hear a beat, and then I go in and I just express. I just pour out, and by 3 minutes, I should have something that, that is something. And then over the course of other processes, I decide whether this is a single, or this is going to go on a project, or it's going to come out as a throwaway, or it's never going to come out. Wow, this is a good question. I have a very diverse taste with music, so I could have a list for you. I like to collaborate with Amaray, Darker Vibes. I like to do a joint album or EP with Chris Yata, Drake, Lil Wayne. I like to collaborate with Lil Wayne. Skepta. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I'm very open to work with anybody that wants to work. I'm very open-minded. I create on different spectrums as well, so I'm reliable. Drake. Yeah, Drake and Skepta. My fans, I'd just like to say a big thank you to you guys. All of this is still happening because there's a demand for it, and I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you. I know that we're in a dynamic right now where things aren't really where our exchange is not visible, but I'm aware of your demands because I have a back end to the music, and I know what you listen to on the daily, and I know what kind of songs you want to hear from me, because those are the ones that you're always playing, and those are the ones I'm always seeing. So you are the one driving force for, as the reason why this is still happening till date. And I want to say thank you. If I could share with you, I like that, a lot of you are very vocal. A lot of you are not. So I would like that, I guess the only tool that I have to know and gauge how well I'm doing is from my my daily plays or my monthly, just my general stats. But I like for you guys to come out to the shows sometimes and engage with the content when it comes out. I see that when I drop, a lot of people come and watch. I don't really get a lot of comments. I don't really there isn't an interaction and an engagement. It's not. I don't want to say it's all your fault. It could probably be me, but I'm open to having a conversation with you guys, so don't be shy. Drop me a comment. You might never know. I respond. Shout out to you guys. You're the best. I don't have a useless talent. How would anybody answer that question? I don't have a useless talent. No, I don't sing in this fast. I don't. I'd probably open an IT consultant or IT support or project managing company. I like being of service, and it's good to be of service. Yeah. I've performed on big stages where it's like in front of 5,000 to 7,000 people. I've had some of my worst moments on some of those stages. I have been booed off stage before in front of like 5,000 people, just because I came in with an energy, and then the music wasn't as loud, and it felt like I was shouting, and I was like, the people just started. But aside that, I like performing in small venues, and I mean, I don't really have a specific type of show that I like to perform. I believe that if every chance is given to me, I could execute amazingly, and everybody would go home feeling like they got their money's worth. And yeah, I'm dropping my new album, Only Bang, this October 1st. I don't know if people want a show. I'm dabbling, the idea, because a few times I've organized a few shows and nobody showed up. So at least I mean, I'd always want to do a show, but will people come? That's always the double in my mind. So if people want to come to a show for this new album that I'm dropping, Only Bang, this October 1st, pre-sale links out right now, I could do one. I could either do one on the release date, or we could do one in December. If people want it, just drop me a comment and I'll come check it out, and you know what to do. Yeah, my entire music career has been possible because of the internet. The music business is a business where it's an exchange of finance for service, and coming up there wasn't a lot of finance, so the internet was a way to reach people, and till date it's still one of the biggest tools that I still have in my bag. I use it all the time. It's probably my only way of reaching any and every, and it's probably responsible for my entire music career till date. Yeah, so the internet is very important to me. The only limitations to it is sometimes when it becomes your only outlet, people kind of get numb to the effects, because in like a long span of time they see all the versions of you, and then it's like, if that's your only outlet, aside all the other outlets as a radio, TV, magazine, people become dull to your presence, because it's like that's the only place they can get to see you, and you are not in the mix of the TVs and the radio. So it has a negative aspects too, and this can trickle down to lack of engagement, people not really fucking with you, people not they're still gonna consume the music, but in their minds you are just stuck on the internet. You're not an artist who's on TV or on radio. So that's like the pros and cons of the internet impacting your music. My favorite song to perform, wow. Although brand new, Love You Make You Sure. and I'm yet to perform. I feel like this new album, Only Bangers, I called it that because I have a lot of, like, this is like the new, it's like these are the songs that are going to redefine me as an artist. And at this moment in my career, most of these songs are songs that I see myself performing. So that was the main factor in, going into this album. I just wanted to make commercial songs that I can perform around. And I feel like my career has gone through an emotional turmoil from the beginning to where it's at now, and now we're kind of ready to go commercial and go big. So this is the beginning of a new peak. Drake, Future, and Lana Del Rey. Those are people that I'd listen to at 80, but like they could drop 100 songs a day and I'll still listen to it. Yeah. I live a very thought out life. In a year, I know everything that I'm probably gonna do, so I hardly ever get into any kind of trouble. So I've never gotten into any kind of trouble. Never do anything for free. If you're going to do anything for free, make sure there's a contract that you both agree on, because people change and people grow, and the minute people become a different version of who they are when they met you, the contract is the only thing that is going to be the same, and it's going to have them and hold them responsible. So don't do anything for free. If you have to do it for free, do it on a signed contract where both of you have stated out all the things that you require and have agreed and signed. Because obviously, if you're doing it and you're getting paid, there will be a contract signed. But if you're doing it for free, I think that you still have to find a level ground, because you don't know what's gonna happen 10, 15, 20 years, even 5 years time, and the contracts are the only thing that can hold a thought together, even if people change their mind. Yeah, that's the best advice I can give. As far as advice that I have been given, I wouldn't say I've been given advice. I would say I've learned things that nobody could tell me before, because for a very long time I've had my things going well, and as far as being an established artist, maybe I need some advice now, and yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never gotten any advice, so I wouldn't know. Our ability to find a resource to invest in this, to make it more investment worthy, because everybody that I know to date is doing this out of their pocket, and the market value and your pocket value will never transcend to something that will multiply your money. It will be a slow rise, and as it's always been, and that is what I'd change. An opportunity for investments that will trickle down to more investments and big returns on investments. Resource allocation, resource recuperation, resource opportunities. Those are the things that I'd change. And also, if not equal opportunity, fair opportunity. Everybody has an opportunity to access to these resources. Yeah, that's something that I would change as well. Like, no artist is looked down upon. Like, like nobody is not giving an opportunity, because like the people in the position of power only give things to people that they like. So the entire hierarchy, and then the top of the game becomes, even though opportunity is granted to who is being played the most, I think opportunity should also be given to potential people that people might love. There are artists that could be good, could be great if they get access to the same resources that people who have always played, who are always the most played, who are always the most opportune, the most in a cult of opportunity. Like people, there are other artists that could do better for their craft if they had access to most of the opportunities that some of these artists have in abundance. What's next for me? I'm going to drop this album, Only Bangers, on October 1st. If people want a show, I'll probably do one. If people don't want a show, we're gonna come back and we're gonna keep going. I feel like this is an important moment in my career, and the content and the body of work on this album, I look forward to what you guys think of it, because it all came from a pure place, a joyful place, a place of love, and it's all just good vibes, and I hope that it trickles down in abundance, in resources, like it trickles down in just getting things moving on my part, and I hope that the returns are also abundant.